Welcome to week 1 of my 12-week year. Hi, I'm Eva. Welcome to the channel. So today we're going to discuss my first week of the 12-week year. I didn't just fail. I failed spectacularly. And that failure was actually a big win for me, and I'll explain. All right, so to review, my goals are sleep, movement, and to grow this channel. So I'm trying to think, should we do this how I failed goal by goal or day by day? Day by day. All right, so my plan was to start on Sunday, and on the Friday night before and the Saturday, I volunteered at my son's school to do concessions for the school musical. On Saturday night, my friend's kids slept over, and I was meeting her in the city the next day, and then the kids would join us. Right? Perfect. The kids were up until like 4 a.m., if not later, watching a movie, laughing, like this loud belly laughing, and, you know, like those with kids, hearing your kids' laughter is the best sound in the world. And I didn't care it was 4 a.m. and I was already exhausted. You know, I just stayed in my bed and listened to that pure joy. And they've known each other since birth, so it's like a really cute cousin type relationship. All right, so I'm already exhausted, but I get out of bed, meet my friend for lunch down at Chelsea Market, and the place is a lot of fun. If you've never gone, definitely go there. We then walked over to the High Line and like walk that. That's another one. If you've never done that, totally recommend it. It's really cool. So we end up at Hudson Yards and we walk around on the hard marble floors. Of course, I decided to wear sneakers that match with what I was wearing and not my cushiony ones. Then we walked over to Penn Station. We actually did a quick little go around in Macy's, and met up with the kids, and we went along our merry ways. So around 8-ish, a little after 8, we got home, and I still had a million things to do because I still need to finish writing out my goals, plan how I would judge if I'm a success, and, you know, how am I supposed to do things. So I still have to make that big calendar I wanted to make on the big piece of cardboard. So anyway, so it's after 8 and my legs are killing me because, again, I chose fashion over comfort. And I walked like 1,500 steps on hard marble floor. So I'm exhausted. I decide, you know what, gonna lie down for 15 minutes. And 15 minutes became 30 minutes. 30 minutes turned into about an hour, and that turned into getting into my PJs, closing the lights, and getting under my covers. Now it's Monday. Dinner's gonna be easy. When I'm done with work, I'll cook, do everything I was supposed to do Sunday night. I'll write out my goals. I'll journal, prep for tomorrow, everything. All right, so work starts on Monday, and it was an absolute show. And just one thing after another, and I was mentally exhausted. 6 o'clock, I put dinner in the oven, and then got back to do more work. And, you know, I stopped at 9:30, but I still had a ton of things to do. But, like, I need to get to sleep. I'm tired, and there's still things to do for tomorrow, not related to my goals. So it's now Tuesday, and it's the same S show, and it's going to be another long day. Thankfully, I had leftovers for dinner, so that worked out. But it was still a long day, and I, didn't clock out at 5. So, it's stuff to do. It is what it is. So anyway. All right. Wednesday. I had about 3 hours and 48 minutes of sleep and head into New York. So those days I get my steps in, which is great. And thankfully it's not a horrible day and I was good. So I'm like, all right, when I get home, I'm going to do all that stuff that I was supposed to do Sunday. So that doesn't happen because other stuff needed my attention. So I get more sleep Wednesday night. This time it was 4 hours and 12 minutes. And watch, that's how I monitor it. Go into the city on Thursday. I work. I come home. Once again, I plan to tackle everything. None of it happened. So Friday's remote day, and I'm so excited. So after work, I don't do the things that I've been putting off since Sunday. My son and I had to run some errands and do some other stuff, and I'm exhausted, and we order takeout. So, yeah. So that's what happens when I'm tired. I don't want to cook. Saturday was another day of unexpected things that came up, and I am filming this Saturday night around midnight. Actually, after midnight. So, yeah, my phone sleep reminder went off, so I'm going to finish filming this. I'm going to edit. I'm going to create the thumbnail. I'm going to upload it, and then I'll go to sleep. Right? See, that's the problem. So anyway, so once again, didn't do all the things I had planned to do for week 1, but it actually wasn't a fail, or at least it wasn't a total fail. So here's why. Like, my normal way to react to like big failure would be, it's all my fault. If I had worked harder, then it would have worked out. How could I let this happen? The guilt and shame that would take over would be horrible, and I would quit. Not this time. There's no guilt. There's no shame. There was a show at work. That was not my doing. I can't control what happens with other people. I can only control like my sphere of influence. I did work hard, and those things still popped up, and that's what needed my attention. Work needed my attention. So, yeah, the best part is I'm not quitting. I'm not. So tomorrow is Sunday, or no, when I'm posting this is Sunday, and that starts week 2 of my 12-week year.